Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. This is going to be about jump clones. The way I utilize them, it's taken me many years to get enough experience to be comfortable using jump clones. I've made 1 or 3 mistakes, losing probably a billion-esque. Yeah, jumping from the wrong station and destroying the clone I had at the station at the time. It's complicated. Yeah, so don't be lazy when you're doing it, because otherwise you'll suffer the same fate as I have. Alright, so first off, when you're in a clone bay and you can bring up the structures, I'm sure everybody is well aware of the utilities. You go structure browser and you go in here. And you turn on the service filter and you got only clone base selected. And it'll give you the distance to. And you've got a bunch of, say that the NPC. Now the NPCs will cost you almost $1 million a pop, but there's others that'll cost you less. Now, having said that, do not install your clone into a player-owned upwell. It's just not worth the cost. You'll lose your clone. And if you're an alpha character who's dropped down from Omega, you won't be able to make new clones. I mean, the same number of clones you had according to your skills. Now, when you're Omega, you get, say you get a month Omega, and you train up your advanced infomorph and your all this stuff, and you get your advanced infomorph really high, and you install a bunch of clones everywhere. Once you're alpha gain, you're able to jump into such a clone and have all the benefits of said clone. It's pretty nice. And alphas only get 1 clone they can install, but if you're Omega and you go to alpha, you've got all your clones still. If you lose, like you say, get potted, you'll go to your home station in a new clone. So you won't lose any clones per se. You'll lose the implants in that clone if you had any, but you won't lose the total number of clones you have, except if you install your clone in somebody else's upwell and they decide to dick around, you've lost it. You can't, there's no asset safety for clones, so you're screwed. So especially for alphas, don't install your clone into a player-owned upwell, period. Suck it up. Do the NPC. But if you're alpha, if you're Omega and alpha really, and you're willing to risk it, if you really trust the person involved, I myself, my upwells, I have a different charge for each my 1 through 7, I think I got 7 now, charge for installing a clone and activating and all that stuff. It's really low, in the tens of thousands if you're neutral and you dock at my station. And that way, if I have a different fee for every station, if I'm unincurring that station or offlining the service, I can send out an email, look at my wallet and send an email to everybody involved. Just a nice way of saying, hey, and plus you can rename your station closing, please take your clone away, and hopefully people see it and read the Eve mail and deal with it. You'll get an idea of how many clones there are installed if you click on the service to offline it. but don't actually go through it, it'll tell you, warning, you have X number of clones installed. I mean, everybody's got the total number of clones installed is X. So you go, oh, okay. And yeah, that's how you, yeah, so that's why I do it. Okay, so the home station can be changed, and you can remote it, but only once a year. So don't go crazy with that. Now, the current home station can be either the current station you're at with a clone bay, or your home station for where you first spawned when you started out in this game. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so if you die, you go to this station. I would recommend, if you're a noob, you install it near a hub, a market hub, like Amar. Amar, the market hub. It actually has a clone bay. Jita doesn't. Though Dixie doesn't, Ren's does. Pretty sure. Yeah, so that's the 4 major ones. What happens when you install a clone is it'll say install clone, and it'll list how many you have left. I had 2 left at the, I think, do I have? Yeah, I have 2 left at the time I installed a clone here, and it'll say jump clone installed, no implants. Or you dock and you'll see, okay, I don't want to destroy that clone. And you can jump between clones in the same station, and what you want to look for is this pop-up. When you get the pop-up, if you're unsure, if it says this station, you're fine. You're accidentally jumping to another station, you're not good. Alright, it'll warn you too. Well, kind of. It'll warn you if you're about to destroy your current clone, because you only have 1 jump clone per station, although you can have your home station and a jump clone. So you can have 2, your medical and your jump and a jump clone. So this is slaves. I can rename it, because you know they got the new one, the amulet, and no implants installed yet, but that's going to change. So no implants. And if I wanted to say jump to here randomly, install a jump clone in this station, and pirate is 4, and it'll warn you that you're going to lose a clone. See, you will lose a jump clone. Okay, but if you switching clones in the same state, but if you have your main and you accidentally say or decide to go here, and you go yes, and you go no. Okay, set change. Kind of freaked me out for a second. And no, and it'll give you a pop-up going, warning, don't do this, and you go no. So it'll give you a pop-up, but I've actually been so busy that I actually kind of screwed it up a lot. So here's my, I'm in my no implant clone, and I want to fit a bunch of implants to it for tanking ability for my DST's deep space transport. There we go. Plug all that in. That's it. You can do it. All right. I'm missing the epsilon because I'm trying to buy it off market in Jita for about 100 million each. So I'm going to be patient on that one. I don't want to break the bank. All right. So I've got a nice little set of cheap-ish implants. There we go. Well, cheapish is relatively speaking, right? I had to. Amora had some good deals on the low grades, and I think these two, the cheaper ones, they've got better deals. The really expensive ones, of course, you need to go to Jita. But yeah, I kept the prices down quite a lot. I was quite pleased. All right. So, anyways, so not really talking about implants today. Well, indirectly, of course, because these are all my implant stuff. So I've got Talisman for remote energized energy emission stuff. And Ninja is the halo. It lowers my sig radius, longer to target me. The main's got it's the Gen Evolution. It's my mining thing. I used to have mains scattered all over, and I said, hey, I'm going to jump to this system when I want to, so I don't have to travel there. But it's like, you're going to travel there. So have a main with your main occupation implants installed. And then you have specialized ones for like the DST run to Jita. You know, all my guys have a DST. So I was like, I am going to tank the heck out of this. I need some slaves. So I've co-opted my usual slave with more evasive stuff. And surgical strike is replaced with a salvaging thing. I'll find a use of that. Yep. I understand completely. Why do I have that pop up anyways? Ooh. Lag. Alright. Okay, thank you. And no, I don't need that. Whatever. Anyways. Plug in. No, I don't need that one. And I don't need that one. Alright, yeah, and you'll go jump back into that one, your main, and you'll rename it Amulet. There. See? You don't have to like list out all the implant. You can actually make this really long, but then you won't see where it is. You can stretch this, make it really long, blah 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 blah, but then you won't see which station it's at. So more important, see which station you're at. More important. Alright, you can destroy remotely clones. Yeah. Jump cone destruction. Blah blah blah. And then Psi. Well, I've got my guy there, and I've got that's my staging area, so you can have your staging area. And if you want to self-destruct to get there, what you do is you go to a station without one of your clones already installed, like say High, and go there, switch out, install it, switch out, so your implants are safe in here, and you've got no implants here because it's a fresh clone. And then you self-destruct, and you'll go straight to your staging system for your alliance for fleet action. It's a really good idea. So do that, and you can instantly get into the action whenever you need. And then when you want to go back, well, you just clone jump, and it'll 16 hours or so if you're good skills, 24 if you don't have any skills. So yeah, you can clone jump there, and be out of the action for a day. But they usually just ping you once a day, and if it's a bunch of stuff, it'll be all grouped together. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be busy all day, you'll stay there and stuff like that. I'm just reading the pings on my cell phone right now. Discord, yay. Alright, so that's done. Amulet's happy. In my main. That's great. Okay. And now I've got the tanky fit for my DST, and I'll get that sorted. That'll be for later. Anyway, so I think I've pretty much got it sorted for you guys. I think you get the idea. Oh my god. It's kind of laggy today. I don't know why. I turned off all the music. Got, like, don't have... I've got this open there. Close this to speed it up. Yeah, it's just been lagging way too hard. It's really bizarre. Alright, so yeah, it's really fun. Got it all sorted. Really, really happy about this situation. Kind of hard to confirm that you're actually in the station. But yeah, I know where I am. And then name it to Amulet. And don't name your empty clones. It's better if you just don't. I tried to once. It just don't bother. Of course, when you switch clones, your inventory closes, so you got to open that up again. There we go. And surgical strike needs to go away. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, I had, these are very expensive slave, the old slave implants for fleet action, and I've co-opted for Care Bear use. Yay me. Right. I jump back on my main. I've got a crystal set now. That the idea behind the ECM, the Centurion fits, by the way, are really cheap. I highly recommend you dedicate somebody to be a Caldera ECM specialist, because those implants are so cheap. It's awesome. String a whole bunch of them up everywhere. Yep. And set name for Amulet. Yeah, the crystals are for active shield boosting. Ice is for that Yeti ice harvesting, and max out Genolution, so I can actually cram as much into expedition frigates as possible for mining in Losac. Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything. Waru. Probably need that guy just in case. Anyways, that's that taken care of. Open up items, jump into that. Now the important thing is to confirm that yes, you do have your main. And this is the warper. So this is my main. But I don't know. I go to Legit a lot, so I'll have to think about whether this is going to be my new main or not. It should be by all rights. The warper is just it's a kind of a cheapish kind of hauler thing for hauling ore, and Astronaut's my main one, and this one's my other. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll make leave your ship. You used to have to turn your training queue off. That was really annoying. Alright, jump. There we go. Yeah, by the way, up here is the session change. You gotta wait till it expires before you like board a ship or something. But I'm gonna call it my main and jump back into it. There we go. Hooray. Okay. So, whoop. Yeah, see? There we go. Try it again. And check. 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 Augmentations. Do I have the salvaging? Blah, blah, got everything. Main, so jump. Board. And amulet. Set name. Amulet. Confirm I've got my... It's super important to confirm you're in the right... I can't stress that enough. You leave your station with the wrong implants and it can get messed up real fast. Really fast. Okay, so everybody's got the proper one. We're in the ships we need to be. Right on. And don't close the confirmations until you've actually finished all your characters. You know exactly what the heck's going on. Yeah, harvest, harvest, harvest. Can you tell I'm a miner? Alright, so augmentations, amulet, motion prediction. Yeah, these are the old stuff. And they're like 703s, so they're cheap. So I have no problem getting rid of them. It's like, what, 5% damage and 5% tracking? Yeah, if I need that, I'm in trouble. Oh. Lag. God, the lag's horrible today. And there we go. Excellent. And I'll get in my ships and sort it all out. Get the new fits in from speed fit to tank fit. Oh geez, I don't know why it's so laggy today. Alright, so I got that sorted. There we go, jump in. There we go. Bring. Name it amulet. And confirm I've got my main in for my booster. Gotta love the hawk moth. So cool. Alright. As you can notice, it's different implants, of course, for the booster and the miners. And board. And now that I've got it all confirmed, I'm going to close all my confirmations that I'm actually in my mains. There we go. Alright. Cool. Yeah. And that, in a nutshell, is the advantages of using clones and using player-owned stations to hop in and out of clone implant types, I would recommend my upwells. I'll always notify anybody or everybody when I'm anchoring or offlining or the fuel's running out or etc. etc. It should be good. Yeah. But yeah, do if you're getting into this sort of stuff I am, and you're spending an immense amount of ISK on implants, because I mean, when you're low sec and you're in high sec, unless you're getting messed up by Trigbalians, which are kind of scary, and anyways, the point is, when you're investing so much into implants, you can spend the time to get some clone services going up. It is so much worth your time and effort. I don't know how much Retaros are going for, whether the cheapest ones, but I would recommend astrahouses. It's just because they get a bonus to the fuel. See, since it's related, I'll just quickly talk about it. The reason I have so many astrahouses is for the clone base, and I have my astrahouses not blinged, but definitely fitted with some scary modules. Yes, this is very scary. I know, very intimidated flat screen. God, sorry about the lag. Alright. Yeah, it's only 180 units per day for fuel, and that's only because you got a service. Only services use fuel. If I had nothing, it wouldn't be using any fuel right now. It would be low power and vulnerable. But using all this stuff doesn't cost fuel. So it's just the initial investment. I would not try to bling stuff out. And Tech 2 is pretty cheap here, and Tech 2 for this is pretty cheap, relatively speaking, to the Tech 1, right? Yeah. So yeah, I would highly recommend an astrahus if you have a specialized use for something like talismans are cheap. Remote energy boost. ECM Centurion's totally cheap. Now the prober. Did I mention probing? The virtue implants are so worth it. Probers, the virtues, just make your life so much easier. All this stuff right here, just so worth it. So yeah, an astrahus, very good investment. So if you're near a place you want to switch out for your probing or your scanning alt specialized, and the other character I've got is ECM Caldari alt. I've got I don't think I'm specialized yet on Rain, who's going into Galenti now. Galenti is points. I don't think there's implants for Ewar. I don't think there's implants for scrams and points yet. I'm pretty sure. Can't recall. Anyways, I don't think they'd be cheap. So yeah, definitely recommend, if you're getting big into implants and really enjoy the bonuses you can get out of it, invest in an astrahus. it will save you so much grief. I had one in this system. These morons in our alliance took over a astrahus I'd been using for my Asclepian implants. Like, I had like 2 characters with really expensive Asclepian. I think I lost like 6 billion in one go. The idiots just ripped out the clone base service for some stupid reason. Yeah, it was just dumb. Anyways, rant.